You know what today's episode was, right? It was brought to you by a group, and actually not a group, the leaders in below the waist grooming. You know what I'm talking about? I'm talking about our friends over at Manscaped. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, today's episode is brought to you again by Manscaped. Now, last time we were here talking about Manscaped, we talked about that new lawnmower, that 4.0, because we had the 3.0, right? Yeah. But we talked about the 4.0.
Got to upgrade the blade.
I mean, you got to upgrade the blade. Not only do you upgrade it, I mean, the light, we said it turns on and off. And they also, for the travelers out there, because like me and you, we travel a lot, especially come the season. They have a travel lock on the blade. So that way, you know, they can't be playing with your thing, trying it out. You never know, man. They get a little antsy sometimes, right?
Yeah.
So shout out to Manscaped for that, man. They actually have a travel lock on this thing as well. I mean, it's an awesome thing, baby. It's awesome. So you definitely want to check out that new Lawnmower 4.0. But you know how we also do this thing, man. We don't talk about anything on this show if we don't have a promo code.
For sure.
And we have a promo code, ladies and gentlemen. The promo code is MOATS. If you use that promo code, you'll receive up to 20% off plus free shipping. You heard that? 20% off plus free shipping at manscaped.com. What are you waiting on? Upgrade your blade. I can assure you your delicate twins will thank you. But not only your delicate twins, you also, females, y'all can use this as well, man. Trust me on this. It is proven. Plenty of people love it. I love it. I know you talked about it. Use the promo code MOATS so you can get your 20% off plus your free shipping at manscaped.com. Initial thoughts on the schedule.
Steelers, NFL, anything?
Steelers. Start with Steelers, right?
Well, I'll start with the NFL just because this is real quick. I don't want to really...
Like he says, what you want, Steelers, NFL? Steelers. All right, I'm going to start with the NFL.
Because I don't really want to touch on anyone else's schedule, but just my observations about NFL coverage, schedule coverage. I've had it, dude. I've really had it. Like, these people that cover the NFL, I'm actually trying to listen to like some podcasts, just get some different takes, opinions on this stuff. These people are clowns, complete clowns.
Well, that's the problem. First off, you know the only place to listen to good quality content is our channel, us only. Just because they on NFL Network, ESPN, FS1, FS. Let's see what other channels they got.
Actually, I didn't even turn to TV.
CBS Sports, you got CBS.
But yeah,
you got a lot of these channels, man. You can't be trusting all these people, all right? You can't trust. You got to trust here. The people trust you. I trust you.
It's become too much analytics based now.
Yeah, always.
They're trying to break down, oh, this team has 3 home games in a row. There's a bye squeezed in here between these 2 road games. This means they get plus 0.2 on their schedule. Whatever it is. I don't give a shit about this. You know what? You know what I care about? Who's a good team? Who's a bad team? Who's going to win these games no matter the circumstances? That's all I care about. You know what I know? Steelers are pretty damn good, and we're going to get some dubs. That's all I care about, and these guys are trying to make things way too complicated. They don't know about the game like that. They just want to look at numbers and ramble off some stats. I've had enough, man. I've had enough. You can just look at a schedule and say, yeah, I think they're going to win this amount of games or that amount of games. That's all you really need to say. These people, man, they get way too in-depth about this that I just don't really care about.
So you don't like the over-analytical people. I'm with you on that.
I've had enough, dude.
I guess for me, man, I enjoy how the NFL has done a good job of keeping content coming, doing our quote-unquote downtime, right? This is the off-season, but yet they release the schedule on a Wednesday. And it becomes this big ordeal. Like, I love that about the NFL because basketball, it doesn't matter. NBA, WNBA, they can release their schedule. No one cares. MLB, NHL, you release the schedule. No one cares. When the football schedule is released, man, they could do a show on that every night if they wanted to for each game at a time. Hey, we're going to do just week 1 matchups releasing tonight. All right, now we're going to do week 2 matchups.
That's what they should do, actually.
I wish they would, honestly.
Yeah.
And then people are going to continue to tune in because it's that big of a deal. So that's the thing that I, number one, just always enjoy when it comes to the schedule release. Now, things that kind of make me scratch my head, and I saw where Call Me K actually said the same thing right here, just talking about how we could get the crazy tough schedule this year right on paper, but a team like the Bucks who come off the Super Bowl, they get the quote unquote easy schedule. I'm always just like, how does that dynamic, like, what's the formula? Like, do we do this beforehand, or can we adjust it once we see it? Like, I understand this before, but I'm just like, you got to make some changes here. That's all I feel like, man. You can't have a team to just win it all, get the easy schedule. Like, I don't like that all the way.
I get what you're saying.
You know, even if it's on paper, I just don't like how it looks to me.
Yeah, that's probably the rebuttal, is it's just on paper, because who knows? We have the toughest schedule right now.
Yeah.
main part of that is the Browns being pretty good last year. You know, they were 11-5. Man. So, I mean, if they go back down to average, maybe the schedule's a little bit different. It looks a little bit different. Actually, one of the things I do want to say is that's pissed me off too. It doesn't
off your chest,
it doesn't have to do with the NFL. It's more of Steeler fans all of a sudden. Yeah. Now everyone's just coming out of the woodwork. Oh, Steelers' schedule's so tough. Steelers' schedule's so tough. I don't know how they're going to get through this. Look at this schedule.
I love when Deke is on one. I love when you're
these
on
opponents for like 3 months, dude. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean?
There's no new teams. That's the thing. There was even when they added the Seahawks, we knew, okay, they are the 17th team. That's the 17th game. We knew that these teams are going to be the toughest. We already got that. Then you, like you said, you get the release of it's like, oh, you're going to give us all these guys back to back. I'm with you, bro.
People just want to sound like the world is ending for the Steelers and whatnot. We were 12-4 last year. Yeah, we didn't have the best end to it. But you could spin it in a positive way.
Bro, you're still a 12-win team.
We were a 12-win team. You could still spin it in a positive way. Like, we really should have won the Washington game. And, like, a couple of those ones that we lost down the stretch, like, we were our own worst enemy. Yeah. That was really it, in my opinion. I can't say that, you know, we played so good that we should have won because we did it to ourselves. But if anything, that's the silver lining. We screwed up. It was a bunch of these drops and dumb things that we did. Let's just hope we don't do it next year. That's all.
I hope we don't too. I hope we are locked in.
But yeah, these people
from start to finish, baby.
Nowhere, like Vegas was screwing us.
Vegas still had us. They still have us at 9 right now, right?
But
we talked to 9. Was it 9 or 9.5?
They did it last year, didn't they? Have us at like 8 or 9 last year?
No, you're right. They have us at 8.5 this year because that's the whole thing. It's like, well, Coach T, we're going to find out. Like, if you think that he can't have a losing season, you're going to have to bet that he can't have a losing season, that he's going to win 9 games. If you think it's under, now you got to go under. So that part, I did kind of like that with Vegas. I was like, y'all funny. Because that's always the thing, right?
I mean, we should be winning money off that, though, for sure.
Yeah.
I think so. Unless you think.
You know, we don't talk gambling until it's, you know, until they bring promo codes back and stuff like that. Yeah, I'm petty. When they bring that back, then we'll talk about that. But until then, y'all don't worry about that right now.
Okay, that's fine. Those were a couple of my general thoughts just about the schedule. Maybe I have some thoughts about week 1, but do you have anything else on the schedule? Steelers schedule, NFL schedule?
Man, just as a whole with the schedule, I mean, I like the fact that we have multiple primetime games, 4 initially scheduled, and then you still have 2 nationally televised games, the 425 slots. To me, I love all of that. I think that this is a team that should be in prime time. They demand that type of attention. This is one of the top 3 NFL franchises. And when I say top 3, it's no particular order. I always feel like they're number 1. But when you talk about Dallas, you talk about Green Bay from a branding standpoint, those one of the, you know, marquee franchises from an NFL standpoint. So I feel like they should be showcased. And that's what primetime games are. They're showcased. You want, for the casual person that's tuning in, you want to have your best foot forward, your best brand from a fan standpoint, on-field product standpoint, because that's going to get more people tuning in, which is ultimately going to equal to more money. So seeing that we're already scheduled for as many as we are, I love that. And I do anticipate us getting flexed for another, because
it better be that Ravens game.
Well, I thought the I think it's the Browns one. I want to check.
There's a Browns one Monday night.
No, the Halloween 17. Browns one. I'm thinking about the Halloween Browns one. Like, I can see
after
that.
The bye week.
Yeah, the 1 o'clock one. I can see that being a 425 potentially. You know, like, I like that type of stuff though. Like those, I feel like we have earned that right based on what happened last year. Now, we're not saying Super Bowl contenders or not. I'm just simply saying based on the 12 wins, the brand of itself, and hosting a playoff game, yes, they should be showcased. And you're bringing back a lot of the big name people, right? You have a young star on defense in terms of who? TJ Watt. You got Ben Roethlisberger, future Hall of Famer. You got Juju coming back. Like all these narratives. Najee Harris, first round big brand running back. A lot of things that, you know, people want to tune in for. So I do like the fact that we have those games in those primetime slots. So that's my first, I guess, initial thoughts on it.
Yeah, I agree. I think that's a no-brainer for the NFL. The only 2 that have more than us, I think it's the Bucs and the Cowboys.
Which makes sense because we talked about
Bucs
the Cowboys.
The Super Bowl, they have Brady. Cowboys, media's just going to suck them off at all points. They just are, man. They just are. Because they don't deserve that over us or, like you said, even the Packers.
But just think we talked about the branding standpoint.
People talk about them. I get it.
They're a big brand. Doesn't matter. I mean, think about how successful or unsuccessful they've been lately. But yeah, they are always talked about. They are just that type of brand. So yes, if you're the NFL, you put them out there. And then the Buccaneers have just become the new who? The new New England Patriots. That's who they are. The Patriots weren't relevant before Brady and those guys started winning Super Bowls. Once they started doing that, they were always on prime time. Brady's gone. Nobody cares about New England right now. But you see, down in Tampa now, Tampa's the talk of the town. Tampa, everybody wants to see Tampa now because of that impact, the Brady effect, the Super Bowl and things like that. So that's how I look at them as, all right, they're going to get that love solely based on that right there.
I like how we play. I said this on my YouTube video. I like how we play the Bengals early, just because that'll be interesting early on. You never know what the Bengals could do. They're kind of on this hype train right now. They're kind of on this uptick. But you could definitely see them being like, I don't know, at the end of the day, 3-14 or like 4 and I can't even get these records right in my mind.
It's killing me the 17th game. I heard somebody tell me 8-9 earlier today, and I'm like, how can you be 8-9? Yeah, I was like, what do you mean 8-9, bro? You tripping? I'm like, oh no, you're right.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
It's gonna take me a while to get those records straight, but I could see them being irrelevant. So I'm at least happy we got them early, as opposed to like 2 Cincinnati games late, where it's like, man,
like Baltimore and Cleveland. Later in the year.
These matchups aren't as good. It's fine for us because I feel like we're gonna win the game, but just in terms of like the prime time, the hype, and everything. We do have Baltimore 2 times late. That's going to be interesting for the AFC North division. They spaced out Cleveland a little bit, which was good. So,
I like the Halloween Cleveland. I like that.
I do too. Honestly, I think the schedule, if you look at the schedule, I think it just should be flipped.
Start out with the crazy stuff up front?
Well,
I like Murderers Row at the end of the year. Like that gets me going, you know?
No, here's my reasoning. I'm just thinking of when the games are being played.
Yeah.
Like Buffalo would be then down in January.
Buffalo in January would be awesome.
That's what I mean.
Like
Packers would be cold. In December.
Yeah.
You'd have Seattle. Like I just think it would make sense from that standpoint.
So just sub out Detroit, sub out let me pull up. I'm over here trying to act like I can remember it off the top of my head.
Yeah.
Yeah, so just sub out Chicago and Detroit, put them early in the year, and then you could bring back Buffalo and Green Bay to the end part of the year. And then I guess we can sub out that. Nah, I like Cincinnati in there. I like them. You can sub out Minnesota and put Seattle there. There we go.
You were obviously, just in general, anyone's going to have things about the schedule they're not going to like. Mm-hmm. We got some good matchups, though, so I don't really care. Even though Buffalo's not at the end of the season like I wanted, it's a pretty damn good week 1 matchup.
It is. It definitely is.
It should have been prime time. I don't know why the hell it's the 1 o'clock game. That's the number 1 matchup in week 1.
But no, you're right, because the Sunday night. Well, no. Trying to think, who do they have slated for that opening Sunday?
The Sunday night, it's bad. It's
that's
Rams.
That's
Bears.
Rams and Bears. So no, that's not bad because you think storyline wise, right? Chicago is still one of those bigger branded franchises, right? A lot of Bears fans, even though they're not very successful lately, they still have a big brand. And then you think LA, boy wonder with who? Matt Stafford, his new toy at quarterback, the LA lifestyle, and then also they showed McVay's like I guess September months. And he's dominant during that month. Like that, I think him and Andy Reid and Mahomes are just like crazy in September.
Okay.
So it's like you understand he's gonna have new tricks. He's gonna score a lot of points. Typically, that's what he does. And what do fans, especially casual fans, what do they want to see? They want to see points scored. They want to see excitement, and that's what they're gonna get. They're gonna get that with the Rams. You're gonna get that now with Matt Stafford. His first game in the new stadium too. Remember, new stadium getting opened up out there. So it's a lot of storylines. So even though I personally would have loved Buffalo and Pittsburgh, because typically, I'm trying to think, who was the second primetime game? Because typically they would have like 3 primetime games that opener, you know?
Well,
no, that's the Monday night game.
That's
for Monday night.
They have Ravens Raiders on Monday night.
That's Monday night.
And I think Raiders are just always
they're always that first Monday
night. Always, no matter what.
You're able to get 2 games in with them because of the time.
They don't have the second game this year though.
That's crazy.
I don't know why. Yeah, Bills and Steelers would have been a good one for that.
That's crazy, man. That was my thing. If we had to complain about that matchup, I think that would have been the big thing.
That's it. Yeah, you just should have a different time slot. But whatever, it's cool. I'm going to be hyped about that Steelers-Bills game.
Oh, without a doubt,
we definitely are.
Without a doubt. And like I said, man, we're going to look into this a little bit more, but I got to give a couple shout-outs here first off, man.
We're seeing green all over the place.
We're seeing green over here, man. Shout out to Earl. Welcome to the upper room, baby. The upper room. I see you, baby. I see you. And there's another one down here that just popped up. Oh, Aiden. Much love. Welcome to the upper room. The upper room. All right. So now I got everybody off. All right, we're good. All right. So yeah, back to this thing though, man. Buffalo. That's a nice one though. That's a nice one.
What do we got? What did you want to?
Well, no, because we're gonna go previews after. where we really talk just, wins, losses, and particular matches, but I'm still just on my initial thoughts vibe right now.
Oh, sure.
Is it okay if I simmer on the initial thoughts? Do I have to just hop right in?
No, I think you're good. I have a couple questions I could pose to you.
Well, and I also got to see what the people in the chat have been talking about from their initial thoughts of this schedule as well, man.
Man, you got to scroll a lot, man.
Dude, it went crazy.
It's bumping in the chat.
I typed it in, and all of a sudden it was just like crazy amount of comments. Typically when all these comments are here, what we usually say? Usually hit the like button. That's what we usually telling people, man.
Hit the subscribe button too.
Yeah, it's kind of like a combo, right? And we don't like to ask for people to do it because we're nice, we're humble. We don't want to
for sure, but we're up against the man with this thing.
It's not us.
We're up against YouTube. We're up against Google, the analytics and stuff. And the analytics, all this is just helping us out. That's all we're asking for.
Yeah, because if you hit the like, it doesn't cost anything either. No. But when you hit the like or you hit the subscribe or you do them together, typically it makes this more available to you.
Yeah, I don't know what happens, but the analytics, the Google stuff just starts going crazy.
They got what's the cat? It's Oz from the Wizard of Oz. He's behind that curtain, so when you start hitting the like, smoke starts to come up, and he's like, all right, that's the show. Put them out there for everybody to see. Yeah, I don't know why it works like that, but it does.
They don't care about us. Yeah. They just care about the numbers and stuff.
Right. They're like, man, we don't care about Moats and Deke. Deke promotes. No, we could be Deke and Dots.
Are they going to give us the most views? That's it.
Who's getting the likes? Who do the people want to see? So we're trying to help y'all help us so we can help y'all.
Yeah.
But back to the schedule, man. Zachary Bird says 16-0. I think he means 17-0. It's the 17th game now. We're tough, all getting used to it, baby. Tough. But 17-0. That's what Zachary says. NSMC99. Deke, we're going 17-0, right? If Deke isn't feeling it, then there isn't any hope for the rest of us.
Damn, that's pressure, man. That's pressure.
What you feeling, Deke?
Well, I'm thinking over 12 wins. I'll put it that way.
Okay.
I'm feeling good. Okay. I am feeling good. I think we'll be fine.
I did see Matthew say Deke is speaking facts. I agree with that. Cool. I like when you speak facts, man.
Cool.
Whew. Okay. Let's Toast Media. Initial complaints about the Week 7 bye. Said it's effed up.
The Week 7 bye?
Yeah. What's your thoughts on that, man?
It's week. It is Week 7.
Yeah. It's a little on the early side. We got Murderers Row right after. Right?
What did we have last year? We had Week 4. So.
Remember, it got moved, right? What was it supposed to be initially?
I think it was around Week 7, 6 or 7.
Yeah,
and then it got bumped up to Week 4. So we could handle it. We could handle Week 7.
Yeah.
It's better than last year.
It is better than last year. Last year's early bye just felt super weird. And then from there, it was like we never had a time off. Is he saying that
based off like, hey, since we got screwed, they should have gave us a really favorable bye week?
That might be.
Actually, they should have gave us a Thanksgiving game, honestly.
No Thanksgiving, day after Christmas.
I like that, though.
See, I don't like day after Christmas, though. You know why? Because it's the day after Christmas, 1 o'clock game, if I remember correctly, right? 4 o'clock game.
Chiefs, too.
Yeah, but no, time difference. So I'm trying to think. They are 2 behind us. No. They're either 1 hour or 2 hours behind us. Because that's in Kansas City.
Yeah, so I'm seeing 4:25 on whatever little thing I'm pulled up here. I'm guessing this is Eastern because everything's
they're all Eastern times.
1, 8:20, 4:25. So you don't like that?
I personally don't.
Why? You're gonna have some new Steeler gear. You're gonna be opening up your presents.
No. Because typically, think about this. No. You're gonna be flying out on the 25th.
Huh?
You're flying out on Christmas Day.
Are we going to Kansas City?
No, I'm just saying. Typically, that's what it would be. You'll be flying out on Christmas Day because you're not flying out on the 26th. No. Heck no. So you see that's the thing. I was like, I like that. Yeah, you see what I mean? Like,
you stick around for the family. Yeah. I want to go to the game.
And it's like I'm a guy who I've had to fly the day of Christmas. I've had to fly the day after Christmas. I've done both. It's always a little tricky.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
You see what I mean? Like it's different. That's the only I was like, I'd rather it be in the 25th low key.
I didn't even think of that. Yeah. I didn't even think of that.
So just a little, but we'll figure it out. Let's see what else we have in here, man. Brian says 13-4 for the Steel City. I can dig it. Carlos says Steelers will lose to the Raiders. We do always lose to the Raiders, bro. That is
the last time we played them. Didn't we beat them?
No. When was the last time? Last time we played them was at their spot. That was the Ben Rib game, right?
Oh yeah. Yeah. You know what game I was thinking when Landry Jones came in at home?
Oh no, that was here. Yeah, I was here for that. Yeah.
But I think it was like the season or two after. That was the 2018 season where we lost on the road.
Yeah, because that was Derek Carr's like quote unquote MVP season, right? Or around that time, yeah.
Yeah, that's when Dobbs came in and Boz missed the field goal at the end.
Yeah.
Slipped. That was terrible.
That was crazy. But they were still playing in the baseball field.
Because then Ben come back for that final drive, let us down for the field goal.
Because he stood on the sideline. And everybody was like, yo, why are you standing on the sideline? Are you healthy or are you not healthy? He stood there and then he finally gets in, leads them down. It was a good drive.
Yeah.
and Boz definitely slipped, but the field was crazy though. Remember, the field was like jacked up. The baseball field they were playing on.
Was it half baseball field still?
Still have baseball. Mm-hmm.
I just remember him slipping, and that was just the culmination of all of his kicking.
But that felt like that type of year, though, for him.
It did, man.
For him, that was that type of year, man.
He missed so many kicks that year, and I think that was the last major one where you're just like, I've had it. Even though you slipped, I don't care. You still missed the field goal. I'm not happy about this.
It wasn't a good look. And that was the year where they were talking about releasing my dog.
Oh yeah,
remember Kevin
Didn't they
Colbert?
Bring some guys in?
Yeah, and then Kevin Colbert hit him with the, "You're not gonna have your guaranteed money. You need to let him," because it was like for his bonus. He had a $2 million bonus, and it was essentially forfeit your bonus, and we'll keep you on the team and let you compete, or you can try to take your bonus, and we're just gonna cut you ahead of time. I remember that, and I was like, "Yo, this is nuts." But I'm glad my dog is back, man.
Yeah,
shout out to Boz, man.
He's been one of the best kickers in the league.
That's my dog right there, man. Love Boz, baby. Love Boz. All right, Felicia, she says with the shaking head emoji, "I'm done with the NFL. They have the Steelers on life support because of how tough the schedule is."
Like we were saying, though, this was already predetermined. Outside of the Seahawks game, this is just going to happen based off where you finish and when you face other divisions like the NFC East we played last year. This year it's the NFC. Is it the NFC West this year?
Yeah, because
no, it's not the NFC.
No. We just the only team we got at the West is Seattle.
Who's the NFC? Oh, NFC North this year. So I don't know. It's like it rotates every season. Right. You face each division every 4 years, whatever it is. And then if you finish first, you play the first team in some other division, but that rotates every year. Yeah. So it is kind of set in stone. But you brought up a good point. Could there be some type of flexibility?
That's my thing.
Based off where you finish.
The NFL is so flexible in everything else that they do. I just feel like certain things, it's like, dude, if you're the team that won it all, maybe we could just slightly just alter your algorithm. Now, it was funny. I was actually listening to this was one of the bigger higher ups in Fox, like for the scheduling. He was talking about how they bid on the games and stuff like that. And Colin Coward, I think, was doing the interview. He asked me, he's like, "Man, what's the process of creating the schedule?" He said they literally start this thing like 3 or 4 months ago. And he said they go through 8,000 combinations of the schedule. I said, dude, that is nuts. But then I'm just like, you got all these different combinations, all this, and you can't just one time hit them with the, all right, just change that algorithm. Make sure they're a little bit, even if it's the easiest, just make sure it's bad schedules then. All right, they got some West Coast and then Thursday night. So, you know what I mean? Make sure some of that going on in there. But no. They say, oh man, it's already done. We can't control it. That's my issue. You know what?
Sure.
I digress. All right, let's see what else we got going on in here, man. Oh, shout out to Simon, man, tuning in from Barbados. Shout out, salute, nice. Yes, indeed. All right. Let's see, Carla going with this Raiders thing. Myron says 9-8 this year. That would have Coach Tomlin though continuing to never have a losing record. So I do like you on that.
We would not be happy about that.
Just say it.
Wouldn't be happy, but be honest with you, if we make the playoffs, I wouldn't care because the goal is just to make the playoffs and you have a chance. I
mean, but as long as he doesn't have a losing record, we could keep our streak alive. That's all. I just want to hit y'all with never had a losing record. It would be funny. You know, it would be funny.
We'd need to make the playoffs though, because I would not be laughing if we don't make the playoffs.
We would need to make the playoffs, but it would because
if we make the playoffs, I think we have a chance with anyone. Honestly,
yeah. All right, and then we have Steelers Freak. Oh, Steelers Freak also believes 9-8. Said they fell off a cliff last year, and it would have been better to peak at the end. I do agree with that, but it's going to be tough peaking at the end this year, man. We definitely, it gets a little hot down there, man. You know what it looks like at the end of the year?
I think Cleveland's going to take a downturn, honestly.
I'm sure they over there saying the same thing about us, huh?
I'm sure a lot of people are saying some bad things about us.
Now, shout out to Kevin Baylor. Shout out to you, man. Kevin says 10-7. I like that. I can respect that. Right. Jamie says 10-7. Soul B 11-6. ENY J19 says 11-6 as well. I'm liking those. They're respectable. You know, it's not outlandish. You got Coach T continuing his winning streak, which is most important because that's what we love. You got to have the winning streak. That's all that matters. No losing seasons. All right.
No
losing seasons, bro.
You got to get in the playoffs. You got to give yourself a chance.
It's no losing seasons, bro.
No, I don't. I don't really care about that. It's a nice thing to add in conversations in the off season whenever you're debating coaches and whatnot.
Yeah.
No, I'm not looking for that this season. I'm looking for playoffs. I'm looking for Super Bowl. I'm looking for Super Bowl contention. That's what I'm looking for.
All right.
So if we don't deliver on that, it's going to be another disappointment, to be honest with you.
right, I feel you on that then, man. So I guess we should do our too early predictions, huh? Is it time for that?
I think so. Well, I was going to ask you, what do you think of the primetime games?
For us,
are you including the Thursday night one, the Vikings?
Yeah, I include that absolutely. Yeah.
Okay, so we got.
So
Browns.
For me, I include all of the 820s. I include the 425s as well because those are nationally televised games. And they turn into combo prime time because they start at 425, but typically they end right at that 8 o'clock time. So you get the day game / night game atmosphere. I tell you all the time, I love the 425 kickoff.
Yeah.
That's like my favorite to play in. It's my favorite to tailgate in. Absolutely, man. Unless it's like a specialty game, like a Christmas game or a Monday night football game. If it's not like one of those, give me the 425.
Okay.
Yeah, 425 because like I said, the game gets done. It's not crazy late. Now, I know if you're playing on the West Coast, it's different. But for us East Coast people, them 8 o'clock kickoffs, 8:20 kickoffs, man, it gets a little rough over here. All right. But outside of that, I mean, I like it, dude. I think
if you consider the 425
like the 425 is a prime time to me, man. That's my thing. I'm like, you're scheduled for 6 primetime essentially games with your 2 Monday nights, 2 where are the Sunday nights? The was it Vikings?
They got the Seahawks. It's Seahawks and
Seahawks and Browns are the Monday nights. And
no, Seahawks and Bears. No, I'm sorry, geez, we're watching this left and right. It's Seahawks.
It's not Seahawks
and Chargers are the 2 Sunday nights. The Monday nights. Are the Bears
I'm looking at the
Browns.
Monday night. Yeah.
And then
I'm looking
Vikings
at the ESPN.
Thursday.
I'm like, hold on, bro. It's ESPN. I'm reading it wrong.
It's tough. Yeah, it's tough reading some of these schedules if they don't have like the dates right next to them. And you're trying to make sense of it.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Yeah.
But I do think that the opponents during these primetime games, I like them as well. When I first look at the first one, like I said, not the 825, I look at the 425 Green Bay game. Now it's at Green Bay. Why is that important? I mean, it's Lambeau. This is a historic franchise, a historic location, stadium-wise. We talk about big fan bases. This is one of those massive fan bases. So you bring still a nation who travels extremely well to a place where they have a rabid fan base, and you still have the storyline of potential Aaron Rodgers being there, right? Now, if he's not there, you still get Jordan Love, and it still be interesting. But as a whole, these are 2 prominent fan bases. I love that being at 425. It would have been at 8 o'clock or 8:20. That would have been better. But as a whole, you're going to get the dual action when I talk about that early to prime time, late night feel with that game. So for me, I love that. Then Seattle, I mean, it's Seattle, bro. You know what Russ is when he's in prime time, especially on the East Coast. I love that. That's going to be awesome, man. You know, he always lives up to the bill. And then who are the 2 guys we were just comparing in terms of could our young rookie receiver take a year 2 leap similar to a guy that took a crazy leap for them, right? Deke versus Chase Claypool. We're going to get that as well in prime time, along with the storyline of, man, last time they came to town, what happened to our quarterback? You don't think 7 want to get back to them? You don't think 7 want to get a little bit of that?
It's kind of self-inflicted.
You don't, but you don't think 7 want a little bit of that?
Sure.
You think about it. You always think about it. For me, man.
We were winning the game.
Come on, baby. Come on. That changed everything. That one game right there. So you don't think he wants some of that?
That sent us all into a downward spiral,
Come on, baby.
Man.
That's all I'm saying. That's going to be lovely. Then I think about Chicago. Chicago, historic franchise again, right? You know they're going to bring it. And you're looking at having who? Justin Fields at quarterback, young.
You think he'll be there?
I think by then he will.
Right.
I think by then he will. But you got to think, man, this is a young star quarterback. The storyline is there. You got Khalil Mack versus TJ Watt, right? 2 not up and coming, but 2 just monster defenders who are always competing for Defensive Player of the Year. That's going to be awesome as well, man. So for me, I like that. And then you talk about LA, 820. You know we in there. Gotta be there. I'm just saying, bro.
That's going to be good.
It's LA. We gotta be there for that, baby. That's LA.
Mm-hmm.
We missed the last LA. We ain't missing this one.
No,
we can't do that.
No,
we can't do that.
No.
So that's gonna be a movie. That's gonna be a movie. Man, I'm so hyped about that game, man. And we're gonna take over that stadium, Lord. Then Baltimore 425. That's always a bloodbath. Can never go wrong with the 425 kickoff with them. Then the short week turnaround on the road to Minnesota. We might get lit.
That's the perfect Thursday night game.
And Lizzo might be in the building for this. This is. I mean, Minnesota Vikings. This is a big deal right here, man. She might show up for the game, man, because it's Steelers versus the Vikings. Like, this is a big deal. I might need to come back out. It's the weeknight, so it's a little weird to Thursday. But I might need to return to the scene of the crime. I ain't been back since the murder was committed. I've been chilling, so I might need to Hit him with the where he at. Say something slick again. No, okay. That's all I'm saying, man. Brett, where you? Oh, what? What's it? What? Levi? Oh, wow. Well, wrangling around you if you wish. What? Then you got Chiefs 425. We already know what that's going to be. And then the Browns, man. The Browns that ended in another primetime action, man. Like, I just love these primetime games, man. I just think that they're all perfectly timed. I love the storylines with them. I love the locations of all of them. Like, everything just fits for this right here, man.
That's a good way to put it. I think you have a really nice spin on it because if you consider the 425 primetime games, I don't really think they did much wrong then on this one. Whenever I did my initial breakdown of this, I didn't really consider I might be going to some of these spots because I was actually ripping on the Bears and Chargers in primetime because I was like, Bears 8-8 last year, they could be shit this year. Something kind of like the Bengals. You never know. They could be shit, and at that point in the season, they might not be giving up their end of the for the matchup. It's just gonna be we're gonna be I don't know what maybe we'll be undefeated at that point. Bears are like
we'll be undefeated
3-5 or something. It's not gonna be as big of a matchup. But and then I said the same thing about the Chargers. A lot of hype behind them. But then I was like, you know what? You just brought it up. If I'm gonna be there, why do I even care? Like, that's gonna be sick.
It's gonna be a vibe, bro.
I wanted Baltimore Ravens on a Sunday Night Football. I think we deserve that. Ben versus Lamar in primetime because we haven't gotten that yet. We have not gotten that yet. So that was the one thing. Swap the Ravens for one of those Bears, Chargers, and then give me Bills, Chiefs, or Packers in one of those spots too. But like I said, you can't complain too much, man. You can't complain. I think they did a fine job.
I like it.
It's not the end of the world.
I like it, man.
Like if I had it my way, maybe
how would Big Deke do it?
I was gonna say that's how I would do it, but maybe a lot of other people would be complaining. It's like, what are you doing? Why don't you have the LA Chargers game on a Sunday night?
You need that. You need that.
Yeah, especially if we're going. I definitely change
that's gonna be an man. We need that.
If you're locking it in right now, I changed my tune.
Listen, man,
keep the Chargers game Sunday night.
I don't care about any of these other ones. That game right there, that has to happen.